Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is November 10th, 2017, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, just two minor events I would say that are coming out. First, starting at 3:30 a.m. this morning already, Aussie RBA monetary policies coming out. That is an important number. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. But at 12:30 South African time, we have GBP monthly manufacturing production number coming out. Not a really important number, but relatively an important number to keep an eye on. But let's see what's been happening in the market. Lots of things happening in the indices markets, but before we do that, let's just cover our Forex symbols. So we're going to start here with the Euro USD, and we finally had this nice rally, and we're coming and closing in on this resistance level at 116.43, as you can see down here. So we've had a nice rally, as you can see here, okay, from our earlier week's debacle. So if we see this, it's like a V formation, which is really beautiful because at the beginning of the week, okay, we had this massive decline and then massive correction. Okay, so that's an important element in trading. When you have this velocity that goes in and it capitulates down here, okay, and this is probably a hammer, okay, on a 4-hour chart, okay, a hammer candlestick, which is really a bullish formation. And at this point, it's just, there's no point for it not to go higher. Now, it is a hard trade. There's no question. Picking bottoms is not usually the most encourageable thing to do. But as you can see, we did have, some consolidation here earlier to give us a little bit of a trade line to pick the symbol up. So we're trading at resistance here at 1643. Question is, are we going to continue this little rally and break up higher into the 1691 level? So we'll see. Let's take a look at that later today. If we do falter, we correct ourselves maybe about 30-40 pips on the downside. But keep an eye on that as that unfolds. GBP wasn't as volatile. It didn't bounce as hard. We've been trading at 131.40-ish level, a little bit above its moving averages, as you can see, 14 and 30-day moving average, but we pretty much are trading in the middle of our external limits. On the upside 132, on the downside 130. So not much going on in the GBP USD. Aussie USD, earlier this week we really took a nice dive, okay, just like everything else did versus the dollar, but we're looking here like we're consolidating, okay. So across the board we're consolidating. We're having this nice line where it's forming a support line for us to pick this up. So, keep in mind that we are, getting a little bit stronger here. If we do see a breakout above this 14 level, we may continue going up higher. So keep an eye on that as that resolves itself later today. Looking at gold, gold is continuing just trickling up. Okay, it hasn't given us, a real big trade, on the upside, but has been trickling up quite nicely. So, from the earlier parts of the week, from 1270 up to 1284, could have been a really good trade for you to have held on. I mean, as we enter this high 1280-ish level, high 1290-ish level, I would be looking to actually unload here. Looking at oil trading at 57 and not retracing. Okay, so we've been holding the line here quite diligently, and keep an eye on this as this unfolds towards the end of the week. Now the big players yesterday are Dow Jones down over 200 points and a beautiful V formation. Okay, now this is very, very reminiscent of the year 2000 kind of trading, okay, where we had really a lot of volatility, and some of these market makers just sell the market just to get back in a better price. So as a day trader, this is what you're really looking for, because it's these type of situations where not the entire market is being sold off, and you see that the actual maybe one component of the market, either the banks or the internet stocks or some of the other sectors like the software sectors, start trickling up, and they carry the entire market up. And it's quite a scene to be seen, okay, when this does happen. And this is really this is a day traders can make over $1 million. Okay, and I kid you not. Okay, you do need a lot more in your account, but ultimately this is a type of day where the correctional move, okay, of a big sell-off is tremendous. Okay, so we did have this correctional move. However, looking at the DAX, we didn't. Okay, and this is what I've been saying all along. So the DAX has been relatively stronger, but when it comes push comes to shove, it completely sold off and didn't take it up higher. So let's see what happens today if we do catch up on the DAX here, since we've been playing catch up versus the Dow, and one's been playing the other. Okay, so we have to look at that later today. Looking at the JSC, we didn't have that fill in the gap here, as we mentioned earlier this week. We didn't fill the balance of the gap, so we may continue going up higher here. Okay, so I'd be looking for a bullish position here, okay, on the upside, just for a correctional move from this sell-off. So let's see if that we do get that on the upper side. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading weekend. Thank you.